تالتة ثانوي
هانت خلاص، أنا قد التحدي.
خطوة كمان والبكرة هعدي. تالتة ثانوي تالتة ثانوي.
Welcome dear students to our channel Madrasetna 3 under the supervisions of Ministry of Education. أهلا بكم أعزائي طلاب الصف الثالث الثانوي شعبة علم علوم في حلقة جديدة من تدريس الأحياء باللغة الإنجليزية تحت إشراف وزارة التربية والتعليم. Okay. Dear students, now we are going to focus the last lesson in the chapters that related to fertilizations and the embryonic formations in this lesson. Okay, that's right. Learning outcome. By ending of this lesson, a student must be recognize how the embryo survives inside the uterus and the stage of its formations and development. Discovers how the twins phenomena occurs and its types. Recognize the means of contraceptive method. That's right. Okay. Number one, fertilization. What's the meaning of fertilizations? Fusions it's occur between male gametes and the female gametes, forming the zygotes. It's 2N. Gametes represent the chromosomal set. It's N. That represents in males and the female N. Fused each others during fertilizations and producing a zygote to N. The zygote is divided mitotically, producing embryo and implanted in the endometriums that's found in the uterus. Okay. Where the fertilization process it occurs. Okay? And where and related to its time? That's right, related to its times. Fertilization is occur after 14 days from the beginning of the ministers. We can make revisions according to the ministers. Minister is divided three types: proliferations, ovulations, and finally menstruations, menstrual bleeding. Ovulations it's occur after 14 days from beginning of the ministers. That means that the secondary oocyte is releasing from the females, ovary females, especially Graafian follicles that's found in ovary after 14 days from the ministers, by helping LH luteinizing hormones that rupture the Graafian follicle and releasing the secondary oocytes from the Graafian follicle that's found in the ovary in the females. After 14 days from the beginning of the ministers, the secondary oocyte is releasing from the Graafian follicles and remain still alive inside the fallopian tube 1 to 2 days. 1 to 2 days. Okay? The fertilizations it's occur in anterior first third part in fallopian tubes. You know, studied it previously. The fallopian tube ending with the funnels like a projection found inside in front of the ovary to ensure pick up the ova inside it. Fertilizations it's occur in anterior first third part in fallopian tubes. My arm that's represent in the fallopian tubes. Fertilization it occurs after fall in anterior first third part. Fusions it occurs male gametes, sperm, and female gametes that represent secondary oocyte. Okay? The sperm releasing, the humans releasing the sperms. Okay? Every ejaculations, the human releasing 300 million to 500 million of the sperm. Sperm it contains head. Head contains the nucleus that contains 23 of chromosomes and acrosome. Acrosomes, it's secreting hyaluronidase enzymes. Hyaluronidase enzymes helping dissolving the hyaluronic acid that's found in the coated of the oviums. Both of 300 million ranging from 500 millions share dissolving the hyaluronic acid that's found in the ovum. After that, the sperm penetrate dissolving the coated themselves by the hyaluronic acid. The sperm penetrate this hyaluronic acid and enter to the ova. After the sperm enter to the ova, the oviums surround itself by thick membrane hyaluronic acid, prevent another sperm enter to it. You know, sperm X and sperm Y, that's 3% in humans, meaning that's especially in males. The sperm Y faster than the sperm X, but it's not ability to pairing than that's found in the sperm X. But the sperm X pairing from 2 to 3 days. 2 to 3 days. But sperm Y low pairing low than that's found in the sperm X. So the fertilization, it occurs in the after 14 days from the beginning of the menstrues. It is the majority, inshallah, maybe the sex is male. Why? Because the O is faster than the female's sperm X, so reaching to the oviums faster than that's from the X. After the sperm enter to the ovium secreting themselves by thick membranes, and another sperm it doesn't enter to it. Okay? The fertilization is occur anterior first to third part in fallopian tube. That's right. It is the fusions, again, the fertilization, fusions of the male gametes sperm with the female gametes oviums to forming the zygote, which is divided forming the embryo. That's right. Pay attention in these figures. The 3% the site of the fertilization it occurs in anterior first third part in fallopian tubes. Okay? After 24 hours from the fertilizations, the zygote is divided mitotically to identical cells. After that, 4 cells, 8 cells, sequentially reaching to the blastocyst and merola. After 1 week, the merola is formed. The fallopian tube, it contains the cilia. Towards the merola, in the site of it, it's called endometriums. The fallopian tube contains the cilia. Cilia towards the merola, in the site it's called endometriums. And implanted endometriums, it develops in the beginning stage, reaching finally into forming the embryo, reaching to the 9 months, and after delivery become a new individuals, maybe male or maybe female. That's right. Pregnancy and embryonic development. By about 24 hours after fertilizations, the zygote is divided by mitotic division to 2 cells, 2 blastomeres in the upper parts of fallopian tube, then to 4 cells in the next day. Okay, this figure that's 3%, and that's the site of the fertilization that occurs. Lateral, the cellular divisions speed up forming a masses of the small cells known as the merola. This is pushed. What do I mean pushed? Toward this. In the site, it's called endometrium, that's found in the uterus, by helping the cilia that's lining the fallopian tube from inside. That's right. This pushed along the uterine tube by the ciliary action and the muscle contraction till it reaching the uterus, especially endometrium, to implant it in it. To complete a stage reaching to finally 9 months, a new individual that raising after delivery or labors. That's right. In the uterus, this implanted among the folds of the thick-walled uterus endometriums at the ending of the first week. That means that the time needed to implant the merola in the endometrium after 1 week from fertilizations. That means that fertilization occurs after 14 days from the beginning of the menstrues, needing another 1 week. That reaching to 21 days, okay? And implanted inside the merola, okay? That means that the merola implanted after 21 days from the beginning with the menstrual. That's right. So you can calculating the times that is the female labor or delivery it's occur through this is calculations. The merola it's implanted endometrium after 1 week plus 14 ovulations. That means that the total number 21 days from the beginning with the menstrual. That's right. Okay. For me, embryonic membranes. After that, the embryo is formed and implanted in the endometriums, surrounded by the fluid. It's called amnion fluid. Protect the embryo from shock and helping shock and drought. Drought, that means that dryness. The chorion membranes, it's surrounded by the amnion fluid. The amnion fluid. It is surrounded by amnion membrane. The amnion membrane is surrounded by the chorion membrane. The chorion membrane ending projections like a finger. It's connecting with the uterus wall of the females, forming placenta. Again, after formation of the embryo, it is surrounded by amnion fluid. Protect it from shock and the dryness. The amnion fluid is surrounded by the amnion membrane. The amnion membrane is surrounded by the chorion membrane. Chorion membranes ending fingers like a projections connecting with the endometrium of the female, forming a placenta. What is the role of the placenta in this stage? Follow me, okay? These figures, the three bedsets, chorion membranes, placenta, amnion fluid, amnion, embryo, uterine walls, umbilical cord is formed after that. Okay, that's right. Important of the placenta. Placenta, that means that play an important role in the transmissions, oxygens, nutrients from the mothers into embryo. And the wastes that's producing from the embryo is transferred through the placenta. That means that it's considered transport systems and excretory system for the embryo. Why? Because it gets rid of the sewage or the wastes that's producing from the embryo. Placenta restricted only in these functions? No. Placenta after 4 months, it's secreting progesterone hormones and secreting relaxins that play an important role, relaxations in the pubic symphysis in the ending of the pregnancy to facilitating labor or delivery that occurs from the females. Okay, that's right. Okay, follow me in this part. The importance of the placenta, it transfers digestive food, waters, oxygens, and vitamins from mother's blood to the embryo's blood by diffusions and gets rid of the embryo's excretory wastes. Fetus blood doesn't normally mix it with the mother blood. That means that if the mothers take a drugs or heavy smokers, alcohol, transfer will be transferred to the embryo. Why? Because that means that it is the mean transfusions between the embryo and the mothers. For example, mother is infected with hepatitis C. Any virus is transferred by the blood in embryo, maybe through the blood that's transferred everything into the embryo. That's right, okay? Number 2, it's secreting the progesterone hormone at the beginning of the 4th month. Why? Because the corpus luteum is degenerated and the placenta replacing with the corpus luteum by secreting the progesterone hormone. If the stop secretion of the progesterone hormones, the pregnancy doesn't complete, not at all. Why? Progesterone supplying the endometrium of the female with the blood capillary. That means that a large amount of the blood that feeds the embryo. Okay? That's right. Pregnancy where the corpus luteum degenerating and the placenta become the source of the progesterone hormones. It also transfers to the drugs, harmful substances such as alcohol, nicotines, virus from mother's blood to the embryo, which causes great harms, serious deformities and disease to the embryo. Deformations, that means that autotrophy may be organs as a result of the drugs or virus. That's right, okay? The period of embryonic development is divided into 3 stages. The embryonic embryo is divided 3 stages. First 3 months, second 3 months, finally the third 3 months. First 3 months, development of the nervous system and the heart. We can the embryo differentiations, hand and eye, eye can differentiation. After 6 weeks, the testis is formed and the hormone, testosterone hormones, after 6 weeks, the testis is formed. Okay, we can differentiate the male through the testis. After 12 weeks, the ovary is formed. We can differentiate the type of sex after 3 months. Why? Returning to the 12 week from the female, it's formed after 12 weeks. Okay? At the ending of this stage, the embryo has the ability to sense. Next stage, that's represent second 3 months. This stage is restricted, very important role in the formation of the skeletal systems. The heart completely, and you can hear the heartbeat of the embryo. And the sensory organ is formed and can sense the sensory organs. Okay? The size of the embryo is become bigger in this stage. The last stage, development of the brain is completely, and the internal organs, the size of the fetus or embryo, it is becomes stable and towards the head inside the pubic symphysis and the female sex organ, the vagina, preparing to releasing by the natural labors. That's right. The first stage is including the first 3 months of the pregnancy, in which the nervous system and the heart start their development in the first months. That's right. Second stage, it's including the middle 3 months, in which the development of the heart is complete and the beats can be heard. The heartbeats can be heard. Okay? The last stage is included the last 3 months, in which the development of the brain is completed and the growth slow downs. Also, the development of the others internal system is completely okay. That's right. We can apply it, summarize. In this stage, first 3 stage, first 3 months, development of the heart and the nervous systems, and the finally, after 6 weeks, forming the testis, after 12 weeks, forming the ovary. Next 3 months, skeletal system is formed, can hearing the heartbeat, and the sensory organ is formed, can sense, the embryo can sense in the external stimuli that found inside the uterus. Okay? And the size of the embryo become larger. Last stage related to development of the brain and the internal organs and the delivery. Delivery, it occurs through after the 9 months. The placenta is dissolved. Progesterone hormones slow downs. Contractions and relaxation by helping oxytocins. And relaxin play important role in the pubic symphysis. The embryo reaching to the, and the cry, respire through the trachea, through the nasal cavity, and reaching to the life, still life, by crying and respires normally from the ears. We can summarize these lessons according to these questions. Test yourself or choose the correct answers. Can apply it. You understood it or no? Follow me, please. Number 1, the average range in which of the ovums stay alive inside the fallopian tubes. Ovums, 1 to 2 days. Sperm, 2 to 3 days. So the best answers 1 to 2 days. That's right. Okay. Another questions. The fertilization of the ovums occur in anterior, first, third part in fallopian tubes. Uterus, no. Uterus, merola is implanted inside it. After 1 week from fertilizations, after formation of the zygotes. The upper part of fallopian tube, that's right, is the best answers. Not ovary, ovary releasing in secondary oocyte. The last half fallopian tube, no. The finally, it's planted the merola endometrium. So the best answer is B, the upper part of the fallopian tubes. That's right. For the adult women, where the menstrual cycle is 28 days, the phases of ovulation is occur after 14 days from the beginning of the menstrues. The best answers, the 14 days from the beginning of the cycles. That means that the best answer is B. That's right. Now we are going to focus about this episode through main point and make a hint through the abstract on the light board. Please follow me. Follow fertilizations, the last sessions in the chapter 3. Fertilization, fusions, it's occur between male gametes and female gametes. That's 3% sperm, okay, males, and that's 3% females, okay, ova and sperm, okay. Fusion both of them each others, forming the zygote to N. This zygote is divided mitotically, forming finally merola after 1 week. This merola implanted after 1 week in endometriums. Okay? Ova is still live 1 to 2 days. Sperm is still live 2 to 3 days. After the merola is implanted in endometrium after 1 week, the embryo is formed and surrounded by the amnion fluid, then amniomembranes and the choriomembrane. Choriomembranes ending projection like a fingers, it's called the placenta, connecting with the endometrium. Placenta transfers O2 gases, okay, and get rid of sewage, okay, and transports the nutrients. The stage of the embryonic is divided 3 stages. First 3 months is developed the nervous system and the heart, can differentiation hand and the eye, and after 6 weeks the differentiations in male testis is formed. After 12 weeks differentiations in female ovary is formed, okay. Second 3 months development of the heart completely and they can hear the heartbeat. In this point, in this stage, can hear the heartbeat through the development to completely to the brains, okay. And the skeletal system is formed especially in this stage, so the mother can sense with the movement of the embryo inside her uterus, okay. The last stage is called 3 stage. Development on the brain and the internal organs, and the embryo towards inside inverted shape with the head to the vagina to releasing the natural labors. Dear student, thank you a lot for you. I wish I could see you again. Best wishes for me, Mr. Hatem, biology teacher. Thanks a lot for you and goodbye.
تالتة ثانوي
هانت خلاص انا قد التحدي.
خطوة كمان والبكرة هعدي. تالتة ثانوي تالتة ثانوي